Like so many lost dreams, thoughts I never believed I would have again. How did you get past my defenses? How did I let you in? And how do I get you out? Do I really want that? The moon shines down on his slowly beating heart. He kisses the eye of the storm and floats ever upwards into unseen plains and becomes one without meaning, one without soul. As I sit here dressed in black and bathed in the blood of men's ignorance, I can hear the sounds of 1,000 children crying out in anguish. I can hear the sounds of the gods screaming. Have you ever heard the sound of the gods screaming? He sees his death in the eyes of a stranger, and from then on he can only see forwards, never backwards. And time metamorphoses is into power and desire, and finally he realized he was no longer alive, and therefore could never die. He feels his numb body go cold as he watches his soul from beneath the glass river. He feels hands touch him, caress him. He wants to touch the moon, he wants to touch the sky. He wants to be home. As I sit here dressed in black and bathed in the blood of men's ignorance, I can hear the sounds of 1,000 children crying out in anguish. I can hear the sounds of the gods screaming. Have you ever heard the sound of the gods screaming? Mirror images of yourself float past. You reach out to touch them and find your mind slowly drifting away from your body and into another world, a world of peace, a world of death. He sees his reflection in the shattered mirror, distorted and warped, revealing an all too familiar picture. He pushes his hand against the glass. His eyes are dead and his heart is black. As I sit here dressed in black and bathed in the blood of men's ignorance, I can hear the sounds of 1,000 children crying out in anguish. I can hear the sounds of the gods screaming. Have you ever heard the sound of the gods screaming? He screams, his hands raise to the heavens, as if expecting a sign from God. He cries out in despair, knowing that he will never know true freedom or peace. Once upon a time, once was enough. Then the roof of my world came crashing down like the heart of a fallen angel. Still bodies floating down a burning river, screaming minds and broken dreams. Fragments of a twisted life, a distant voice from a faraway ship, a flickering light signaling the end of the beginning. An ancient demon race still living in the mind of a child. Unrivaled beauty in an ugly world. As I sit here dressed in black and bathed in the blood of men's ignorance, I can hear the sounds of 1,000 children crying out in anguish. I can hear the sounds of the gods screaming. Have you ever heard the sound of the gods screaming? A soul on fire, burnt by 1,000 lies, a constant reminder of the things he has done. But is it too late to repent? Is it ever too late? His sleeping body twitches nervously next to hers. She watches him breathing and feels that she can see his very soul, and prays for them both to be free. Do you believe I am really real? Or am I some demon manufactured from your fragile memory. As I sit here dressed in black and bathed in the blood of men's ignorance, I can hear the sounds of 1,000 children crying out in anguish. I can hear the sounds of the gods screaming. Have you ever heard the sound of the gods screaming? Do you remember when you were born? Do you remember when you were alive? Do you remember when you died? Do you remember when your world was more than a mix of misanthropy and lust? Do you remember when the demons entered your head? Do you remember when you drowned in cigarette butts and cheap wine? Do you remember any of this?